Hello again, everybody. Welcome to an extra edition of the OCVarsity Gridiron Show. I'm Steve Fry here with Carlos Arias and Dan Albano. Guys, let's talk about some teams that had really good 2012 football seasons after having not so good seasons in 2011. A couple teams I'm thinking about is San Juan Hills for one. I mean, they were 0-10 last year. 7-3 I think they finished up this year. Didn't get in the playoffs, but gosh darn, that's quite a turnaround. And then another one that intrigued me this year was Capistrano Valley Christian. They were an 8-man football program last year, did well enough this year to get to the playoffs. First year in 11-man, that's a pretty good jump. And usually, you struggle when you first make that transition. They did really well. Carlos, who do you think, has come along, maybe kind of surpassed expectations and really has had a great year after a not-so-good year last year?
Well, I've seen Katella a couple times this year, and they really surprised me. I didn't know what to expect from them. I thought Santa Ana Valley, when I saw them the first time, was the favorite to beat them. And they've just really come along this whole season. Their offense, this great running game with T.J. Ashmead and a big offensive line. Their defense, led by Joseph Inda and Jose Mora. They're doing great things. The quarterback, Robert Resendez, is a really good leader, too. And when they need, pass plays, he can get it done. And you're talking about a team, Katella, that hadn't done anything, for years. Hadn't won a playoff game since '98, a league championship since '67, and to have that confidence this season to go as far as they did, I think it's amazing. I really hope that they can pull off an upset against Woodbridge.
Dan, who do you like? Who do you think has really, gone above and beyond what expectations may have been for them this season?
Well, I agree with both your guys' picks first. And that's a good one with Katella, Carlos. I talked to a couple of the coaches in the league from the Orange League, and they thought T.J. Ashmead had really made a big difference and really maybe shifted his emergence, really shifted things in the Orange League. But one of my picks is, and I hope they don't get forgotten because of who they play this week in the Southwest playoffs, but is Valencia. And I think Coach Marujo, in Tigers had kind of uncharacteristically, down season last year, but they've come back, really battled well in that Empire League, and here they are in the quarterfinals. And I certainly like what they did in the playoffs. They avenged an earlier loss to Sonora, and Marujo's done a really good job and reminded everyone why he's one of the best coaches in Orange County.
He probably threw himself right into the thick of that Coach of the Year, award, because what a great turnaround they did.
Yeah, a lot of great seasons and still some more football to come. I mean, after the second round of the playoffs, we might be talking about, hey, what about these guys? They've really overachieved here, too, or not overachieved, but really overcome what was a tough 2011.
And I'll throw one more else. I think El Toro also impressed me because they were from the Seaview League. They were in the Southwest Division, and they climb all the way to the Pac-5. And I didn't expect them to be second in Orange County rankings, and they beat Tesoro. They had a tough go when they lost Jacob Finari. They just weren't the same team, against Mission and against Santa Margarita without Finari. But I still think they had a great year. And when you jump up that big, that's not easy to do.
Well, we've had some teams that have done really well so far this year. We still got some more football to go, guys, so we might be talking about some other team that, hey, now they've done better than we ever thought too, because the second round of the playoffs has seen some good football so far. Lots more to come here at OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.